Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for some more content from Crooked Chicken. If you haven't seen the video or you haven't just kept up with my channel, I did receive my first copyright strike and I'm making the decision to press on because it's just not worth the hassle of trying to fight it or anything like that. But I wanted to bring you some new content today. As you know, I do a little bit of everything as far as Walking Dead, Last of Us. I enjoyed the 90s show, and that's kind of what this video is to focus on today. That 90s show, it's a sequel series, obviously, of that 70s show that was brought on by Netflix. We got a couple of seasons, but kind of broken up in different sections. But as far as that show is concerned, it was announced yesterday that it has been canceled. And this is unfortunate, but it's not surprising because the show was kind of, I want to say, doomed from the start from just the way people responded to it and everything. And of course, there was always the fact that it was being compared to that 70s show because that 70s show was such an amazing show for its time. And of course, there's a lot of scrutiny or kind of controversy surrounding certain actors from that show now. And it was always going to be compared as far as the magic, the chemistry between the different actors, the story, and just the different references and what have you. Because as a 90s kid myself, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the different references. It did start out kind of slow, and the characters were a little bit hard to like. The chemistry was awkward. But as the show progressed, we did see just this magic kind of come up with these characters, and they kind of became their own thing. And it started to work, in my opinion, and I found parts of it funny, and it was great to see Red and Kitty do their thing, you know, dealing with this new generation of kids and trying to usher in some of that old magic that we had from the show, from 70s show, and them adjusting storylines, even bringing back characters from that 70s show, whether it be some of the original actors or bringing back kind of shout-outs to past characters as we did get Betsy Kelso to make her return. And if you're not familiar, she was the first child of Michael Kelso from the original series, and she was born out of wedlock, and just this whole hilarity type situation between Kelso and the baby's mother. And so we got her coming back, and I had done a video about this previously, and I'll leave a link above, but it was about how I thought she was coming in to kind of fill that void of Lori Foreman, because as you know, or if you don't know, Lori Foreman was Eric's sister, and she was played by a couple of different actresses, and the original one unfortunately passed away, I think about 10 years now, and they brought in this other actress, and I just always kind of complained, I guess, that she never had the same chemistry. It just felt weird and felt forced, and just so I think that's why they just never really brought her back. So instead, they brought back Betsy, and I assume it's not the same actress, even though it's been 20 years or some shit. But they brought in this new actress, and she was very promiscuous and just flirtatious and just kind of an all-around mean person. So I think she was brought in to fill that void, but unfortunately, it was not enough to really save the show. Now, Netflix, of course, is notorious for canceling shows 2 or 3 seasons in, and in this case, it only made it 2, with the exception of it being broken up into a few different parts. And you know, it had its moments, and the characters were starting to click, and the stories were getting a little bit more funny. But I guess in the end, it just wasn't enough to save it. But again, Netflix they're not really in the business of keeping shows going regardless of what fans feel, even though they have saved a few network TV shows like Lucifer. They saved that one and pushed it all the way into 6 seasons when it was originally canceled, I think after 2 from Fox. But Kurtwood Smith, who plays the part of Red, has made it known that they are shopping it around. Whether or not it gets picked up by anybody, I guess we'll see. Maybe Peacock will pick it up because they do have streaming rights to the 70s show right now. And it'd be great to at least see it picked up long enough to kind of wrap up certain stories and just give us a little bit of closure, because that's always the thing because the last batch of episodes did end on a cliffhanger, so we're left kind of dangling there in the wind, wondering what's going to happen with these characters and with this story and the relationships that were being formed, and just kind of it came to kind of a weird head there for a second. And so I'm just kind of, I guess, concerned that it's going to end and we're not going to get any kind of closure, and it's just going to be all for naught, because that's the risk they take with these certain types of shows, because this is, as I mentioned, a sequel series trying to continue to build off the success of the original. And that's something they tried with that 80s show, but I think it only lasted half of a season or something. I don't even remember watching that because it just seemed stupid. But anyways, I just wanted to bring that your way in case you were not aware. I hope it gets picked up. I hope they get it to where they can at least finish whatever story they had left as far as closure between characters. And we got our closure as far as Eric, because I always suspected that he was not going to return. Topher Grace, who plays Eric, I kind of suspected he came into that first season to just kind of hand over the reins to the legacy of the show and the legacy of the characters, and let this new generation of kids build their own story and build their own following without having to rely on past characters. So it's unfortunate that it has been canceled, but hopefully they have some luck trying to find it a new home so we can get whatever we need to say goodbye to the show if it doesn't make it past maybe another season or so. And I guess that will do it, guys. So if you enjoyed this type of content, you enjoy my channel, please check out my other stuff, and I will see you next time. Be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. I would love that. And take care, guys. Bye.